What's going on? What's going on? I hope you can hear me. So I wanted to come on. What's going on, MCOOC? You with me? So I wanted to come on. I definitely wanted to update everybody and keep everybody abreast of what is going on. Trump, with the world and the protests and everything like that, because it's quite stunning. I know it's real late. I probably should have scheduled the live. Maybe I will start doing that. Make sure that you please like this video. Yeah, hopefully I don't have any issues, but we're going to see what happens. I just, want to go through this really quick because it is late. What I find to be crazy, and I'm just about to go. Actually, let me stay here and pull this up. Now, y'all, because I see one person in the chat. So, what is going on with these protests and everything like that. Well, I want to read you what happened today. What happened today. So, let me go here to the internet so I can read what happened today. I'm going to try to stay calm. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram remove a Trump campaign video over copyright complaint. It says the 4-minute video included images of George Floyd and protesters. Twitter, again, they say Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have all removed a Trump campaign video from their platforms after receiving copyright claims, Reuters reported. The nearly 4-minute video featured images of the late George Floyd of Minneapolis, who died May 25th after a police officer kneeled on his neck for more than 8 minutes. A video of the incident has prompted nationwide protests, of course we know, of police violence. To get down right here is pretty much why I wanted to go to this article. This is the tweet that Trump put out. Twitter pulls Trump's campaign video of, this is what he wrote. He said, Twitter pulls Trump campaign video of president showing empathy for peaceful protesters. DavidHarrisJr.com, blah, blah, blah. They are fighting hard for the radical left Democrats. A one-sided battle illegal. This person, Jack, says not true and not illegal. This was pulled because we got a DMCA complaint from copyright holder. A spokesperson for Facebook, which owns Instagram, told Reuters it also had received a copyright complaint under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Organizations that use original art shared on Instagram are expected to have the right to do so, the spokesperson said. Anyway, the reason why I put this out here is because I find it really strange that he's using George Floyd for his campaign. Everybody knows by now that the photo op with him going in front of the church building with the Bible in his hand, forcefully, brutally pushing protesters out of the way so that he can have a photo op for his campaign. I find that the Trumps, and honestly this day Republicans are using the death and the tragedies of African American people for their campaigns or for whatever benefits them. Not only that, I find it real crazy that he wants to use George Floyd for his campaign. However, what's that? June 6th, yesterday now. It was yesterday. This happened. I don't want that. Glenn Beck. Don't ask me who he is. Obviously, he's this guy with the white hair. A podcaster, I guess, somebody that comment on political news alongside Candace Owens. You know who she is, a Republican. She's a ass kisser of Trump, basically, who just insulted the death of George Floyd. Well, let me see if I can even play this right here first. And you listen. Although I played it yesterday on the live. Okay, so it says that it could not be played. Basically on the video, we know Candace was basically calling George Floyd out, saying that he had a criminal record, talking about he went and he was the part of 4 or 5 people that robbed a woman, a pregnant woman. These are all allegations. He was charged, according to her. He was charged for this. Trump retweeted this, though. Trump retweets video of Candace Owens attacking George Floyd. This is what Glenn Beck said on the video. I don't care what George Floyd did. The officers should have never treated him like that and killed him. But we still must ask, is he a hero? Blexit founder at Real Candace gave her thoughts. The fact that he has been held up as a martyr sickens me. Now, this is my issue because Trump retweeted it. President Trump retweeted a video Friday of right-wing commentators Glenn Beck and Candace Owens attacking the reputation of George Floyd. So why are you retweeting these types of things? And why is it that you find that he's this martyr? And we already know that Trump looks at black people as low IQ, not comprehensive, incoherent. You know, that this is how he looks at us. But like I said, what I'm seeing, what I should have saw a long time ago, but what I see I have proof that he used the unfortunate tragedies. They use the unfortunate tragedies of black people. They don't think people, they as in racist, okay? They as in rich, careless people like Trump. Fox News, Candace Owens, who I don't think, yes, I do think she's racist towards her own people. Obviously, I myself feel, and I'll come over here to the webcam. Oh, you my faithful. Thank you, MC007. So myself, I feel this. I'm going to be honest with the world, whoever watches this, whenever, however, you know, I feel that I myself get upset. I feel like as black people, because we was deprived of education. I keep saying this because I think it takes several times for people sometimes to understand, to really process this information. Our ancestors, our grandmoms, some of us are great-great-grandmoms with slaves. It's not even that far back in history. You know, from the South. Most of black people, honestly, they're from the South, or their families from the South. So coming from this ancestry of where they were slaves, where they actually was owned by people, you know, owned by white people, slaves, and they actually had to clean toilets and wash dishes and cook food. They actually did get beatings, like whipped. They actually had to eat the guts of pigs, chitlins. They actually had to eat hog. They were actually lynched. They were actually raped. You know, all of that stuff happened, causing trauma. So when I look at the black men today, when I look at the black men, let's talk about the men first, and the young boys, the males. We do have in the hood, we have a certain language that's black. And to me, it's special. You know, it is down to earth. We real. That's how we do, you know. And I do think that people like Candace Owens, who did not pay, maybe she didn't live in the hood. She wasn't in the hood. She might have been in the suburbs. I don't know. Maybe she had better education. Maybe her family had money. But I see from her perspective, I see my perspective in that I do hear a lot of us, the way we talk sometimes, we have our moms, and you know, they instead of saying Walmart, they say Walmart. Instead of saying credit, they say credit. You know, I get those calls all the time in my job. I just want to, you know, I went to Walmart and Infinity instead of Xfinity. You know, I think that we do suffer. We suffer in the way that we express ourselves. Why do I think it's important for us to speak better to people? Because they can understand you when you speak clear. You know, I like when people try. So I really think that even if you're not the best speaker, because I am not, I'm not the best English speaker, but I will say that I try. You know, I want people to respect me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me, but respect me. And I know that comes through confidence. You got to be confident. You know, you when you talking to certain groups of people, especially when you're talking to racists, when you confronted with racist people that really, you know, they don't like you. You know, they got something against you. You know, they looking down on you. You know, they're judgmental of you. You already know that. That's something that is hard to prove unless they actually say it, nigger, or they, you know, they treat you some type of way. Is one thing than them actually coming out saying, calling you a nigger. You know who they are, you know. So like Candace Owens, I understand that a lot of our people suffer in areas, even when we speak. We don't speak right. Like I even heard the young lady and the young man that were out there when the unfortunate tragedy happened with George Floyd. I heard the man. He wasn't thinking. He was reacting. No time to think. So he was like, bruh, that's wrong, bro. And in my opinion, I wouldn't dare call you a bro. But that comes with age. That comes with, you know, experience. I think a little bit more. I understand that saying certain things to certain people is probably not going to kind of get the respect, you know. So I feel that, and I'm not jumping on them people because, like I said, with age and everybody had their own slang, I get it. But I'm just trying to paint a picture that Candace Owens, she comes off as a black woman that hates our language. She hates the fact that the guys, they still show their boxers when they walk. They still fight one another. And I think it's valid. I hate it. I don't like it. I can't say I hate it though, but I can say I strongly don't like when I see a man with his boxers showing. I don't like it. I think that all it do is draw my attention to your body odor. I don't want to think about what's under your underwear. Like I don't want to see that. You know, I just think that Candace, she really hates her own because she looks down on us. She thinks that, especially the ones that are real bad off, live with a grown man that lives with his mom. That don't. Now it's one thing to live with your mom as a grown man and you not paying the bills. It's another thing to live with your mother at a grown age and you pay the bills. You pay the bills and you're there to take care of your parent. That's different than somebody that's on welfare for 10 years. Keep having kids. That's when people start looking down on you, you know. And in my opinion, Candace should have helped. She should use her intelligence, her level, and she should have helped. What's wrong with helping somebody? What's wrong with reaching your hand out? So that's that. You know, she's with Trump, and Trump was exposed because Trump he tried to use an ad. He tried to use an ad that used George Floyd on his ad, and copyright came, and this is the second time Twitter basically embarrassed his behind because he is the president. And this one, he has a mad ego. Like he has a terrible ego problem. He's very egotistical. He cares only about himself, in my opinion, and he's a narcissist, in my opinion. He makes it known that he don't give a fuck about what you think. He makes it known that he had, in one video, he said, you don't like this country? Leave, go somewhere else, get out of the country. You want to complain? Leave the country. And you know what? There was a whole bunch of white people that clapped their hands. There was a whole bunch of people that clapped their hands. That he gave it to them. He gave that to them so for them to clap their hands. They probably wanted to do that and say that. They wanted to say that a long time ago. When he said it, he made it okay. And a lot of things he does obviously makes everything okay. So I find that pretty good. I like the fact, and it's pretty strange that he got exposed. He got exposed once again on Twitter. They ain't talking about this like that on the media, but this happened, like I said, yesterday, because today is now the 7th. Another thing, his daughter, Ivanka, she was supposed to do some type of speaking. Ivanka Trump's commencement speech canceled over backlash to President president's response to George Floyd's death. What I noticed about her, because I went and looked, it's really strange how she didn't even say much about George Floyd. Like, when you look at her Twitter or her social media, there wasn't that empathy. She didn't say anything real. I say that she retweeted, but you couldn't feel her heart. You couldn't see anything. So Wichita State University Tech, an affiliate of Wichita State University in Kansas, canceled Ivanka Trump's virtual graduation speech amid backlash over President Donald Trump's response to George Floyd's death and the nationwide protests. The public community college announced Thursday that Trump would be a planned speaker for its June 6 virtual commencement and abruptly canceled it the same day after criticism. According to a joint statement from the presidents of Wichita State and WSU Tech, in light of the social justice issues brought forth by George Floyd's death, I understand and take responsibility that the timing of the announcement was insensitive. WSU Tech President Cherie Utash said in a separate statement, "For this, I'm sorry. That was never the intent. And I want you to know I have heard you and we are responding." Instead, the ceremony would be refocused more centrally on students in WSU Tech. Practical nursing graduate Rebecca would be the sole speaker, according to the release. So they basically canceled Ivanka. They canceled Ivanka's speech. Trump and them are going through some type of, they're getting exposed. Thank you, so faithful. Thank you for being here. I really do. I've never really cared about going live like that unless I really had something to say. But this definitely gives you something to say. So, thank you for being here. Yeah, you said what's amazing is other presidents has done this, even Obama. And then you said Candace Owens is a race pimp. She is. She's a race pimp. Can you explain that a little bit? Elaborate? She definitely is being used, but she's allowing herself to be used. I wanted to whoop her behind. Like, I truly wanted to beat her ass. I wanted to beat her ass. I really did. I mean, how can you not have empathy for somebody? Like, how can you yourself, she had a discrimination lawsuit, but yet when it comes to this man who tragically was killed, the first thing you can think of is how bad of a man he was. Their thing is, what Glenn was saying, why is he the hero? No one said he was a hero. I don't see or hear anybody out there saying George Floyd was a good well, you know what? They said he was a peaceful guy. They said he cared about peace. He was a loving guy. And I saw some videos with him talking, and I recognized some of the things he said in myself. It's about God. One day you're going to see him. And I know if people know that language, I know that they try to please God in a sense. And amongst other things, of course he had a past. I wanted to start a hashtag myself. Like, everybody has a past. Everybody's done something. But this is not the time to focus on him as a bad man. And why would you bring to light what he did bad instead of bringing to light what those officers did? Candace said she knows everybody's going to say that. So the officers, they're being charged, they being dealt with. So I want to tear down George. That's who I want to focus on. He's not I don't care for him. Bitch, you don't know him. You don't know him. I mean, you worship, praise, and kiss your president, the man that is a criminal. So, I mean, it's just disrespectful for Trump to even use George in his campaign. When you called them thugs for protesting for him. You retweeted that mess about him not being a hero, being a martyr. But yet you have the nerve. So I'm glad that happened. I'm absolutely glad that happened. And I did, you said she makes her money off race. She makes her money off of races by using black people. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going a little bit out of order, but I want to show you what Fox News said. They were trending, and if you watch news, and I'm not talking about you, MC, because I know you do. I'm sure you do. Watch Fox News. Anybody that watch Fox News, you know the body tone, the tone of these people are just anti-BLM, Black Lives Matter. They're anti the movement, and that's pretty much where I wanted to go. But just to give a structure of what I'm talking about, I wanted to let y'all know what's going down. Okay? To summarize that, on June 6th, 2 things happened that was good. Trump got exposed and embarrassed again. His daughter Ivanka, who did not give a damn enough to put anything meaningful about George Floyd, although protesters all over the world, I mean, billions of people all over the world are protesting. They taking abuse. Now, this is about police brutality. And this is what I see. God is so good. I understand, and I'm jumping around a little bit, but I do understand why people say God ain't doing nothing, God's sitting back. First, I was like, I ain't going to get in that conversation because I feel how I feel. You know, I still want war and I believe in God. That doesn't mean I'm a weak back, because I've never been a weak back Christian. Never. You know, I'm not religious either. People think when you're a believer, you're a religious. We was taught, I'm a Pentecostal. I was raised Pentecostal or non-denominational. I believe in the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. At the same time, let me let you know about me. I've always had a love for astrology. I've always had a love to learn everything about everything, really. But what really intrigues me is spiritual things, knowing how humans think. You know, I feel a lot. I dream things. I've always been like that. I always had spiritual encounters. So when you know something, you know something. And it just goes to say, just because a person believes in God, because I see a lot of people, you know, say what they want to say about God and he's not doing anything. People are angry with God. And I can understand you now, you know, because he's not coming down striking people like I want him to with electricity, lightning flash, and kill them on sight. I be getting real mad like that, but I really don't think that it's best for them to die. But, you know, just explaining what I see, what God is doing. No, he's not making that noise. And I saw a video today with the guy who's very, very, very true. God ain't helping you. When it comes to stuff you can do yourself, why would he help? He helps you with what you can do yourself. He broke it down. He said, Harriet Tubman, she had the ability to lead those people, but she did not have the ability to protect herself. So she prayed for God to protect her as she got them people together and through the Underground Railroad, because y'all know how we are. We black people fight amongst each other. How can a woman gather up all them people, go back and get more and get them under that railroad without getting caught? It had to be God to do the impossible part. But when it came to what we can do, faith without works is dead. Hey, Stephanie. So, yeah, I understand you when you say God is sitting back not doing anything. But can you see what he is doing? I love him. Like, I love learning about God. And like I just said, astrology. I'm intrigued, even though, you know, I'm intrigued by those things. The fact that what are we fighting for, right? We're fighting for police brutality. And guess what? This is what he does. Through this fight, through us, all of us, protesting, standing firm, because they are out. What are they out there doing? Brutality. They are out there. It's like when you have to sneeze and you can't control it. It just happens. And out of control, like your muscle spasm. That's what it's like. It's like the racists are coming out. The hate is coming out. The jealousy is out. All time out. We say Black Lives Matter. They say all lives matter. Well, we're not talking about that right now. All lives are not getting shot by the police because they black. All lives are not getting profiled all the time because they black. All lives, when they call the cops to protect them, are not getting 5 white cops when they're black and they're not helping. Like, I've experienced some of those things. You know, we've all had our history. So I'm glad to see that there are white Americans that see the generation that's probably like before, after me. Generation Z is really seeing it. They're empathizing. Unfortunately, their parents are still not trying to hear it, a lot of them. And they're calling them names. I showed a video yesterday of Fox News. Fox News was Tucker. No, actually, I think it was today. I just posted it. Tucker from Fox News, he talked about a little white girl who was crying and screaming at her mom. And he's saying, this is what they're doing. Basically, this is what they're doing to your kids. They teaching your kids in school, people, about Black Lives Matter now. He was doing a call of action. He was basically making a call of action to those people that are against Black Lives Matter. It's actually a good thing to teach what's really going on. And this is crazy because this is what they done. It's the word of God is not demonic or what they try. They manipulated the word of God against us. That's what the truth is. And if it wasn't so, why is everybody who say they don't believe in God, don't believe in Jesus, they read his word? Well, I don't get that. I be wanting to say, don't even bring him up. You know, you talk about him, you say he's not real, and you say, I don't believe in the God you believe in, but yet you still go to his scriptures. Why is The Secret, the book The Secret, based out of scripture? Why are they getting out the word what they want to take, but leave the rest in? That's what I don't understand. We take what applies to us, and we don't want the rest that we don't like. No. It's given to everybody a measure of faith. Everybody has the ability to believe, but that does not mean they will choose. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject here. Yeah, so that happened. They were exposed. Ivanka, girl, you ain't even have nothing to say about George. So I'm glad you got canceled. I hope it did make you feel something. I hope it touched you. I hope it hurt your feelings. Because y'all just, she did say one thing that her heart is, she might have felt it at that moment. But if you give in a little bit more to the hearts of people, maybe people would support you. Maybe people would have something good to say about you. All he can talk about is how the economy has gotten better. And what's crazy is, I'll show you. This is what's crazy to me. Fox News put this out. Now I'm skipping in my notes, skipping, but I'm going to go here since this is where I'm going. Here we go. Fox News hits below the belt. Where did I put it? Check this out, y'all. Check this mess out. I wish I would have put it, got the video. Hold on, do I? Here we go. Check this out.
A nationwide protest this week. Historically, there has been a
Did you see that? And shout out to It's On Site, my girl Ra Ali, because that's where this information came from. Y'all make sure y'all follow It's On Site for the latest and greatest celebrity news and also real topics. Look what they did.
second quarter.
Do y'all understand what that is? What she's doing? What they're doing? They do that shit in your face. That's what they do. You are telling us that the stock market grew after Dr. Martin Luther King died. Capitalizing off the death. Talking about how the economy grew off of the death of our people. And you mad because we have a movement called Black Lives Matter? Like I said, they have uncontrollable hate. causing them to act up. It's like demonic spirits. I don't know if y'all ever been in, I've been deep. I've been deep, okay? I've been in church deep. Like when I actually saw, I was blessed, okay? I was blessed to have a pastor that we had canes, we had canes and those other things. What are you, crutches on the wall, wheelchairs? All that was in our church when I was a kid. My pastor, he was really anointed. He healed for this. He prayed for the sick. They got healed. He prayed for the ones that could not walk. I'm talking about that kind of pastor. That's what I grew up on. So, and I've seen where people had demons in them. And they started acting out, cussing out in the church, moving funny. I mean, I've seen those things. Well, these people act as if they have demonic entities that's coming up out of them called hate and jealousy, real spirits that they really have. These people hide it when we not protesting. They hide it when there's no spotlight on us. When the spotlight's on us, why do they act up? Why do they act out? Why can't they bear? You have to go and disrespect Dr. Martin Luther King. Oh, I want to call that girl out her name. And you bitch. And hold on. Just called out her name. So that was not even that. That was like today. I believe that was today. I believe. So why would you do this? Tell me. Tell me when as soon as I can find it. Uh-huh. So where is it? Mm-hmm. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Hold on, y'all. Please. See, I put so much stuff up here that I can't find what I'm looking for. Let me do this because I don't want to drag. Let's go here. Let's go here. Tell me, why would you go and you disrespect Dr. Martin Luther King and all the other black people, all of our honorable kings? And then you bring his niece on your damn show just yesterday, which is like a couple hours ago. She's on Fox News. On his niece is on Fox News. Bitch, you disrespect our motherfucking see, I wasn't gonna cuss. You disrespect our people, and then you have their family on a show to fucking capitalize. These people are evil and they're not good. They not good. Nothing in them is right. And I'm not talking about all white Americans, because I'm gotta keep saying that because I appreciate the ones that are of God. These people are not. So I ain't gonna pull it up. But yes, because people like him, I like Cuomo. Cuomo is cool. Cuomo is the CNN, MSNBC. It's like they are in a different world than Fox News. Fox News is very much racist. They are racist. They letting you know they racist. They're not hiding it. But you disrespect Dr. Martin Luther King, and then you have his niece on your show the same day. Why? Because you want viewers. You want the viewers because you know she's somebody that the world respects because of the man he was here. We respect him. You bitch, you don't gotta like me, but you gonna respect me. Bitch, you respect him. I wish I would see these bitches, man. I better not. I better not. Okay? You don't want it. So yeah, it just really takes me to a place where I get very, very upset. And I've just seen so much going on. I seen so much going on. You seen so much going on. Due to, let me see what my notes say, guys. Due to so much going on due to the black movement. People act like we want to be putting our lives. Oh, what did I do? People act like we want to put our lives in risk, in harm's way. We want to be out there where we have the president don't know what to do. He's so damn that again. That's that demonic entity, that hate, that jealousy, that he don't know, he's out of control. Like you're out of control. Like you have a muscle spasm. He's out of control and he don't know what to do. He calling the National Guard. He's probably calling, I don't know if he's calling them untagged. There's military people out there with no tags, no type of badge or anything, no name, so that they can't be accountable. You got racist white people out there, racist ones out there that are cussing out black people, and they cussing out their own people because they're mad that they with us. You got Dominican people out there, which I never ever in my life, I never dealt with a Latina ever that's racist or make me feel racist, like they're racist. But apparently there are. People are jealous, y'all. They jealous because we have a movement called Black Lives Matter. They're jealous. And I mean, if you want to take what we go through, have it. Do you want to have it? Can you stand in our shoes? Like they act like they want what we went through. No, they don't. No, they don't. They want the glory out of it. They want what looks like gold. Everything that, what they say, glitter ain't gold or whatever they say. They want that. They want the recognition. But they don't know what we go through. They don't understand yet. They don't understand. Yeah, I bet you will understand by the time I get done. So you had a Dominican man in rage, pure hell rage. I'm telling you, this guy, he's angry. And I'm going to let y'all hear this guy. Angry, y'all.
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. This is how the fuck you fucking...
See what I'm saying? If you listen to him, what did he say? They killing themselves. That's very important. People, I looked on Instagram and I saw, and I don't keep up with all these new rappers. Okay, I don't think all of them rappers are good like that. I don't understand them anymore. But there's young Osiris or something. YK. I don't know. But they were going to fight or something like that, where you had Osiris. I believe it was one of the rappers was out protesting, and I think it's good. You know, you out there, you using your platform, you're out there, you're fighting, and you mean what you say. You have a platform, you have people that listen to you, like you. And there's the other one said that he wanted to fight him, and that ticked me off. That is what Candace feels, and I know that's how she feels. Black people, they ignorant. Black people, all they do is kill themselves. All they do is fight each other. This is embarrassing for a Dominican man to say that to me. It's embarrassing in my opinion, because we way better than that. We are talented. Y'all rule the rapping game. You know, you sing, I sing. You got talents. You have so much to offer, but these people get to see that you kill yourself. This is not the first one that I got here. Look, and I got a call. This is not the first one that said that they kill. All they do is kill themselves. We first. That's jealousy. That is rage. They say jealousy is as cold as the grave. That's why they be killing, because they're jealous. They're envious. Talking about we run this block and they're monkeys. Nigga, you look like a monkey. And he also said, don't say that you look Dominican. You're not Dominican, you black. Things like that. Well, you know what? Dominicans that's dark, they look like us, okay? They look black. And it is what it is if you look like that. But I just found from him, it just, again, I didn't know no racism to be between Latinas and blacks, since we both minorities. But as you can see, not everybody, but there are some that are really, really hateful to you because of this Black Lives Matter movement, because they see it. They know. They don't know how it feels. They don't know how it feels. But like I said, what they feel is that we getting so much attention. We're so loved that a George Floyd, a man from Minneapolis, this man, this black man that probably did a lot of dirt, but people love him, you know. People love, and this, I'm just trying to think like what they would think. People love him all over the world. He got all this attention, all this that I've been doing, and you ain't paying attention to me. So what he really want to say is, I matter too. So you dealing with a person that feels neglected. You're dealing with somebody that feels like rejected. But that's not our problem. Like I said, you want the glory, you want the praise, you want everything that you see you think we get, but you don't want to go through that. You don't want to be somebody's slave. And what I think that a lot of times what I really feel, they are mad because we not your damn slave. Are you mad because we're not your slave? Like Trump said, dominate. He told the governors to dominate. Bitch, dominate what? You born in this country like I was born in this country. You came out your mom like I came out my mom in this country. So you will not tell me to leave. Like he said, you can leave if you don't like it. I don't like it. Why should we like it? When Fox News shows you statistics that this phone, god damn it. Why should Fox News, why should I like that Fox News shows statistics that the economy grow? That's all they care about anyway. When Dr. Martin Luther King died, the economy grew. So it will rise again. Bitch, like what? Man, that I would beat her ass, and I can't for the life of me understand how Candace Owens could kiss up. Bitch, you black too. You gotta feel something. You gotta feel something. She gonna get a big ass reality check. So yeah, people are upset. Okay, you got the KKK coming back out. Somebody in Alabama done mess up the flag. They done messed the flag, the Confederate flag up, and you got this man out there that's pissed off to the point that he is threatening the mayor, y'all, out in Alabama. So this woman, check out what she's saying. And I want to say this. I don't like how much fear she feels. How the hell in 2020 are we still feeling like that? Like that's the problem. They do dominate you. They dominate your whole mind. The fact that she's scared like that, you need a gun. That's what you need. And if anyone hears me that can get one legally, if you keep your mind right, of course, if you think you can't handle that, don't. But your right is you are right. You have the right to bear arms. And if you can legally get you one, and be responsible with it. Because there's no way that I didn't like that. I didn't like how she felt that much fear, At that point, if I'm in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, and I feel like I gotta be scared and I gotta, go home and tell everybody I'm gonna do that anyway. Tell my family. But if I'm scared that I have to leave my job and it's that bad, I need a weapon. Okay? You have a right to protect yourself. Why is one skinny ass man, how is he and his friends bigger and badder and scarier than you and yours? Why do they have to put that much fear on you? So this happened later. See what I'm saying? And honestly, the fact that you put God in it is cool, but that's what the people in the world saying. They saying that you're manipulated. God don't help you. God ain't real, because people scared. They put it on God, like God is supposed to do everything for you. Why are you living in fear that way? I'm not picking on her. I'm just saying, look, you will not control me if somebody going out with me, because I'm not going to live my life in fear. And if it's that bad, leave the country. You leaving your job, they got you that scared to where you have to lose money or miss money or use your vacation day, your personal time off day, where you could save. You're supposed to be saving that for whenever else, not because you're scared that something's going to happen to you. But that's the reality of what this Black Lives Matters movement is doing. That Confederate flag, hell with that. They burned down the whole Tulsa, Oklahoma. They burned down our churches. They burned down our schools. Everything we had, they burned it. And the dude, the guy actually calls the police. He calls the police, y'all, and he threatens the mayor. The mayor is black. I just found that out. He's a black mayor down there in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm just now, see, I got so much stuff. The man calls the daggone police, and here is what happened. Let me get this stuff off. I'm going to show you. It's very important that y'all know. And shout out to all of these Baller Alert and everybody I'm using. This is what the man said down there. This man arrested for threatening Birmingham mayor. His name is, the mayor's name is Randall Woodfin. The good thing is the man was arrested. But like I said, y'all didn't even I just turned it off. The good thing is the man was arrested. The bad thing is the fear of that woman represented. Oh, thank you, Rocket Roberta. Hi. We can't hear the videos you showed, love. Oh my God, you can't hear it. I don't know what happened. None of the videos. No sound on all you showing. Oh gosh, I showed a lot too, but okay. Thanks guys. She turned off every time. I'm sorry about that. So damn. Hold on. I know why. Let me why? Oh, I got it on mute. Oh no. Okay, let's see this again. Let me let y'all hear this one. I know we maybe not. Okay, let's go back to the guy, the woman. Let's go back to the woman who was scared. And I'm looking at the chat so I'll know that if y'all can hear it or not. I can't believe that. I think that's what I just put out. The woman is scared, and we have to find the scary woman. And it honestly, it really did. It really made me upset. It made me upset that you still living in all that fear. And it reminds me of how people, oh God, we're gonna get killed. We gotta pray. Oh Lord, you have to stop. Bullies bully you when you scared. So you didn't hear the man either then. Damn. So let me go back to the Dominican guy and listen to what this guy's saying.
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
Can you hear this?
This is how the fuck you fucking do it, you fucking fucks! You pieces of shits! Stop fucking clacking for these fucking monkey people! Stop the fucking shit! Let these fucking jungle people kill themselves! Protect your neighborhood! Put your people first! And may God have mercy on them. If you are a fucking Dominican, wanna be black, you better not be saying that we're black. You better not be saying that. You better not be saying that. Our people come first. First! Before them! Never put them first! Oh.
So y'all can't hear the videos. So forget the videos. It's no point. It's no point. I'm going to tell you like this. This live stuff, it really, really gets on my nerves. Because it's a lot putting it up. Oh, you can hear it now. Ooh, I'm showing you peace, Roberta. Everybody peace, but it's live thing because I went live yesterday and I was talking and I didn't even know the thing just stopped. So anyway, that Dominican guy, what he called out, like I said, that they killed themselves. To hear somebody tell you that all they do is kill themselves, I understand Candace in that way. In that sense, I get her. I feel the same way, but I don't project it like her. I do know that she's right. She's right that people do kill themselves. Black people kill black people over stupid things. What I think we need order. I like what Dr. Clark Anderson said. He wrote books. He comes on Boyce Watkins' channel a lot, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Anderson, he probably was alive back when Dr. Martin Luther King was here. And he's a good-looking guy. We need an economy. We need to be independent. We need to kick out anybody that's killing each other, that want to shoot their own. Kill them, kick them out. Kick them out. And invite people in that's about love and smart enough, like, because nobody have time in 2020. You can educate yourself everywhere on the internet. There massive education. There's limitless education. You can educate yourself. You don't have to be stuck and oppressed like you was back then, because you have nothing but opportunity. You shouldn't be on welfare after a couple years. Facts. You shouldn't be on food stamps. I wish I could get food stamps, to be honest. This is what I feel. I feel like if you are disabled, then yes, give them a check. Give them food stamps because they can't work. If you are retired and you rely on Social Security, then give them food stamps. They worked. But if you young, you a well-able body, you sitting home on welfare and you got all these kids and you keep popping out kids by different men, I don't think you should have welfare. I think your lazy ass need to get up, go back to school, go get secondary education, get a job, get a job. So I can't agree with that. And if Trump is saying that, I agree. That's me. Okay, if that's what Candace is saying, that part I agree with. But I don't like their heart condition. Just because I don't like what they said does not mean that she don't have a point. Because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like you capable when you work as grown-ups. The law and natures of God is that a mature person should be out there working in the field. A mature person should not be acting like a kid, relying on their parents, grown-ass men, laying in their mother's house, putting all the bills, using electricity, eating up the food, and they not working. A man that don't work don't eat. My God. No. So I don't agree with that. And I don't agree, like I said, with the Dominican man was saying. I don't agree with that because, like I said, I've never known the Latinas to feel this way. But this Black Lives Matter thing, it is definitely bringing out a lot of jealousy, a lot of hate. So let's keep it going because y'all didn't even hear nothing. Okay, let me just keep it going before I get real sad and mad and everything. So is this the one? I want to pull up the lady. Hold up. Okay, what's this? No, I already got him. I know where it is. I just want y'all to peep her the way she is afraid. She's really scared, like real scared. Here she is.
All right, guys, I'm going to say this real quick. I'm at work, and I just found out that the Ku Klux Klan is coming to Alabama, and they said they want to kill every black person here, guys. So this is serious. I was supposed to get up at 5. They're closing the store like right now. We're getting ready to close. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying to hurry up and call my folks, my son, and my kids and let them know what's going on. But they're getting ready to lock down Birmingham, Alabama. So, guys, pray for us because we don't know what's going on. It's gotten this bad here. So make sure. Pray for me, guys. All right, love you. Bye.
And I find that when you that scared,
all right, guys, I'm gonna say this
when a person's that scared, people want to bully you. They want to beat you up. And I'm gonna say this is sensitive, but I'm going to say it. A lot of abusive men that beat up women, they beat up women that look like they're gonna get hit. Women that are scary, and then and a lot of times, of course, because they're not going to mess with somebody that they scared of, you know. But the ones that you can't live like that. You can't live crippled with fear like that. I think that she's a sweetheart, and I don't think she's a person that is violent at all. And that is the best. That is a good person, good idea of a person. That's a good way to be, not violent. At the same time, I probably would try to kill that man. But let's keep on going. This is what she said later on.
Hi, guys. I did make it home safe and sound. I do want you to know I found out the reason why the KKK is upset. There was a Confederate monument statue that was destroyed during the riots here, and that's why they're mad. But the thing is, they are threatening the lives of the mayor, police officials, first responders, and any black protesters, any blacks, period. And it has gotten so out of hand. It is not worth it. And we have to be careful now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to work tomorrow. I don't know. I'll just have to see. I will try to keep everyone up to date. All I ask you to do is please, please, please pray for the city of Birmingham. Pray for our mayor, our city officials, our police officers, first responders, anyone that has to be out, because we can be moving targets and we just don't even know it, guys. And it's so serious, and it is a bit scary, but I just trust God, and all I can do is just try to do what I can do. I love you guys. Pray for us, please. All right. Bye.
Somebody in the comments said, where are the rappers at in the hood? Pull up. Exactly. Somebody said, you see how deep them streets are? KKK better stay their ass home. They don't want no smoke. Right. And somebody said, what the hell? Yeah, it's that deep. So this right here is the call that this is the guy that was putting the scare in everyone, the fear.
Birmingham 911 up or down 874.
Birmingham Jefferson County. Hey, man. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, man, if you take down that statue in Lynn Park, Confederate soldier said, man, I'm going to come down there with my AK-47 and start blowing pigs away, and the protesters, everybody. I'm going to assassinate Randall Woodfield and kill that. You hear me, Puck? You better call that cop right now. You think I'm playing? You'll find out it'll be all over the news. You hear me? I'm coming down there right now. I'm not out of blow your...
Birmingham 911 up or down 874.
Birmingham Jefferson County.
Hey, man.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Now, since y'all didn't hear, let me let you hear what Fox News did, okay? Because I told you, Fox News, they showed their ass. They was trending on Twitter. I'm talking about Black America, White America. I love me some peoples, okay? They are funny. And this is what Fox News said. Okay. Let's go there. Hold on. Okay. Just listen if y'all can hear this.
The nationwide protests this week. Historically, there has been a disconnect between what investors focus on and what happens across the rest of the country. For instance, in 1968, the week after the tragedy of Martin Luther King, the S&P 500 rose over 2%, also up the week after the Rodney King ruling, and Wall Street trading on the reopening instead this year in 2020. Now, despite the positive surprise in the jobs market last month, the average Wall Street economist is still predicting the U.S. economy to shrink by at least a third in the year's second quarter from April to June, but may be encouraged now to reach new highs despite the nationwide protests The nationwide protests this week. Historically, there has been a disconnect between what investors focus on and what happens across the rest of the country. For instance, in 1968, the week after the tragedy of Martin Luther King, the S&P 500 rose over 2%, also up the week after the Rodney King ruling, and Wall Street.
So that leaves me with a bad impression, and it makes me wonder, did they kill them for the what are you trying to say here? What is your point? What's your point to tell us that the stock market rose after the death of George Floyd by 3.9%? Are you saying that it was a good thing he died? And that's why George's brother said to Trump, keep my brother's name out of your mouth. Because Trump said, George would be happy. George would be happy. No, he wouldn't. George was dead. He's killed, you know. So I just thought that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, guys. So moving along to the rest of the crap. You know, with this Black Lives Matter, the whole purpose of this is to show how this is bringing out the beast in people. People you didn't know was racist or hated your guts or maybe didn't hate you, but people that kind of kept it hidden. Now you know. So this woman, she's a white American woman, and you will see 5 black protesters. The police pulled them over, of course, because they're protesting and they just can't stand it. Take a listen. I think it's loud.
Oh, put the gun down. Why do you have a gun out? There's no reason to have a gun. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the fucking gun down. You gonna aim it at me? Man, put the gun down. Put the gun down. Come on, you other officers, say something. Say something. This is not okay. This is not fucking okay. This is not say nothing to them. Why is he shooting? Why can't you other officers say something? He's standing there with a gun. Why do you have a gun, officer? Oh, put the gun down. Why do you have a gun out? There's no reason to have a gun. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the fucking gun down. You gonna aim it at me? Man, put the gun down. Put the gun down. Come on, you other officers, say something. Say something. This is not okay. This is not fucking okay. This is not
okay,
saying
so
nothing
that goes
to them.
on.
Why is he shooting?
She's this is traumatizing even to white Americans, and I'm gonna be honest, because they're in it now. They're in it. They're in the thick of it with us. You know, they feel somewhat of what we feel on the other side of it. This woman is giving you a genuine reaction. This is real, raw. She like put the gun. And then he pointed at her. That's different. That never happened. She handles it. And like I said, thank you to all white America for helping. I cried so many times for all these different reasons, because I'm touched, because I'm hurt, and I'm happy. I'm happy that people are helping us. They see. No one's just like Trump said, just ungrateful, just complaining. Nobody want to complain about this mess. Nobody wants to be ungrateful. It's just happening. And she goes on, I think she continues.
To the left of me? Why do you have a gun out? I'm asking you, why do you have a gun? Can you other officers not say nothing? You're just gonna let this go on? This is the home of the race riots. Just know that, everybody. Ain't shit changed. It's been 99 fucking years. I got all you motherfuckers on camera. You gonna shoot me? 99 years later, we still putting up with this shit. Leave now that you pulled the guns out. You bad cops just like that motherfucker. Leave. Leave then. You wanna pull the fucking guns out? Huh? You gonna shoot me? Fucking leave then. Get the fuck out. Follow their ass. Come on. We following them. Fuck you. To the left of me.
So what I appreciate, they left, didn't they? But what I liked also is it's scary because they could have shot her, but they didn't, thank God. But she stood her ground, and she was really there for them. If I wonder what would have happened if she wasn't there. They point the gun at these people. They didn't have the right people. They wasn't looking for nobody, trust me. They was just harassing them because they black, because the Black Lives Matter, and because they're mad because white Americans are with them. And they only pointed the gun at her. In my mind, it's because, oh, you want to run with them? Well, you can get it too, just to try to scare her. But what she goes on to say is she wants to say, I'm going to follow them. So I think they followed them. And let me just take a look at y'all and see what y'all saying. So, yes, it is definitely the devil. Definitely the devil that comes out of these people. To me, whatever comes out of you at this time is really you. If what comes out of you is pointing guns and beating people, the man that fell the man in Boston or Buffalo that the cops pushed, the older man, they pushed him. He was a white American man. Pushed this man. He fell and blood came out of his ear. The one cop started to help, and the other cop said, keep going. I can't help but cry over that. I could not help but cry over that. Not in a million years would I ever walk past a man like that. I would risk my life because it's my heart. I would do something. Like, how can you do that to him? He could be your grandfather. Just because he's out here with us, the black people. Just because he out here touched you, you want to push him down and have killed a man. We don't know. They said he's stable but in serious condition, which I didn't understand that language, but don't know if the man had a brain aneurysm, if the brain is bleeding, God forbid. It's just we're living in perilous times. It was horrible. Yes, cops do be scared. Cops be scared, Stephanie. They are scared. I don't know what they can do. They need to spend time, I guess, spend time in the community. Spend time in different communities. I think black cops should be in suburban areas. I think white cops should be in black areas. And I think they need to desensitize. I do think that they need to spend time with us. People not just angry for no reason. Renee said, yup, that was crazy. He don't know what George would have said. I know he wouldn't want clown face saying his name. Absolutely. Because you're not showing empathy. So what is it about? Oh, my fault. So yeah, that was that. Moving right along, keeping it going. Because the whole point, like I said, is I realize what's going on here. It's sad. Let me see what else. Amazon, another part of this Black Lives Matters movement that caused some chaos, that caused people to really have feelings. Amazon put Black Lives Matter, the slogan, on their website. And there was some people, of course they was white American people that And I don't know, I guess white, it could have been Asian, I don't know. But there was some people that was offended by it. And I can't seem to find it. But there were some people that was offended. But what was nice was Jeff Bezos responded to an angry anti-BLM, Black Lives Matter people who had a problem with the slogan on Instagram, on Amazon. And he said, basically, I'm going to put this up. He kept it up. Again, I can't find it right now. I got so many things right here in my email. It was so much. But to keep it going. Have y'all noticed that when you say Black Lives Matter, you hear all lives matter? I have a friend, and I talked about this yesterday. She's my coworker. She's Indian. We was just having a conversation, and she said all lives matter. And I didn't know what to say to her. I could say a lot of things to a lot of people, but I couldn't say, because when I care about people. So I'm like, how do I care too much sometimes, but I waited till today and I said, yeah, when you said all people matter, well, let me put it this way. All people obviously do matter. But see, we have been through this thing since 1800s. And we are the ones that's hated. Like, people really hate us. Now we're receiving more support. But we've been hated. And I explained it to her. And she said, okay, I know. I understand. But she said, but don't you think some people be ghetto? So, yeah, I'm like, let me just say this nicely, because I know she don't mean harm. I know me and her talk like that. So just talk. I said, absolutely, people are ghetto. I understand people. But as I told y'all earlier, you got to know how they got this way. You can't just, if you judge me face value, you're going to miss the point of my life. You're going to miss my life story. And you're going to find bad, but you don't know what led up to this point. And there's not everything out the ghetto ain't bad. There's a lot of good things out of the ghetto. The best artists out here, one of the best artists genres out here is from the ghetto, from the hood. And yes, I do encounter, I work in customer service. I take calls. I encounter people that, call in. And I get white people that say, they use this word, you people. And I hate that. I hate it. I get white people that's the sweetest. I get white people who talk to me that I know they don't like me. I know that I had people say, you can't even, that's not how you say it. They wanted to criticize me. So my job kind of trained me to shut up because I don't want to lose the job. It trained me to listen and explain instead of snapping off. So that's what I chose to do. So there is this guy here who it's kind of funny to me. It's not even, it was really kind of funny. He was snapping. Okay. This one.
Nothing but lies. They kill themselves more than anybody, you fucking idiots. Read the statistics, you fucking moron. 46% of black-on-black murder, you fucking retard. If you're gonna protest, know what you're protesting for, you fucking noises. What an idiot. What an idiot. Read the fucking statistics, you fucking moron. Read the statistics. Know what you're protesting for. No. Nothing but lies. They kill themselves more than anybody, you fucking idiot.
Again, there it is. There it is. People, we gotta change. And I know that a lot of us is not the problem. It's the people we walk by every day, or we know in our own families. I have a cousin that's like 31. He was raised better than what he's acting like. His mom, she's a church lady. I think she's even a preacher. His family. But he was on Google. I looked on Google and I see his picture. Looting. So he picked up charges for looting. I didn't see no white people. I saw black people. So although this man is an idiot, he's an idiot. He thinks he's something, but he talks like all he's good at is putting people down. That's not an intelligent person. That's not a man with confidence in his own self. A man that has to tear people down mad because they don't do what you want him to do. He probably beats his wife. He probably abuses his kids. He can't control his anger. But the thing is, he said they killed themselves. And this is what we got to change. We got to change it. I get very, 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 very tired of looking or like even on Instagram, what I saw today. 2 black boys, young rappers that's getting money and talking about fighting in a time like this. You want to embarrass? I'm like, you want to embarrass me? Grow up. Get a brain. Why can't you? I just want to shake them. Why can't you see? I mean, because people do tell them. People have told them you shouldn't be fighting each other. It does, it don't look good. At some point, you're responsible to tell yourself. So yeah, this guy is I don't know if his statistics is right, but I do know that people see, they look, and they talk. All they do is kill each other. They're idiots. And then I know that has an impact on how Trump sees people, black people. Because I heard the way he talks is the same type way. Talks about how incoherent, incompetent the mayor of D.C. is. She's black. Talks about Maxine Waters. Who is she? The Congress or somebody? She's black. Talks about how she has a low IQ. Why do you have to relate like everything stupid to black people? Because that's how you think. And how can he get to think that? What I want to do is I want us to change. I want us to, when you get in front of people, like I saw this guy who was black in front of all these cops the other day. I think I showed it. I might have showed it on the live. There were 5 cops. Oh yeah. And there were 5 cops. This guy stood in front of every one of them. The woman, he said, you look like a man. He told the other one, your head looked like a penis. And he told the other guy, your chin is long. The other guy the cop was laughing. But I'm like, well, why would you do that? Why do that? You got the opportunity. You're in front of these people, and that's what you do. You insult them. You aggravate them. So you know what they do, right? They'll wait till you get around the corner by yourself, and they might whoop your ass. Or they'll mess with somebody innocent who knows how to handle themselves, taking that anger out on them. Because you choose to, he was a grown man, too. He was a grown man. But that's how you that's the opportunity. You use that opportunity to be ignorant and stupid acting. Gotta change. Renee says, but they can go in schools and kill innocent students and walk in the church. They kill innocent people in church and go to McDonald's and get a burger. Oh, okay. Right. Yes, absolutely. And it's just, it makes you, and I'm just like, why would you even ask me why I'm angry? Why do you even say, you black people, you got a temper? But like Renee said, that's why I got a temper. That's why I'm passionate. That's why I might have an attitude. And I'm speaking for everyone. The young people that's mad, that's angry. The young boy that went viral. He was a 16-year-old boy. He was angry. And I don't know, the Instagram video started off with the 31-year-old hollering in his face. Y'all might have saw it. Telling him, this ain't the way. Find another way. Well, the boy, he had an interview with like a news media. I don't know if it was NBC. But he said, they asked, why was you angry? He said, because I had just protected the cop when he was away from all the other cops. We was making sure he was safe and nobody would touch him. And when he got out, he sprayed pepper spray in the boy's eyes. This is why. And that makes me, oh my God, it makes me mad. Because Trump, and Candace, they call out what they see now. They call out the reaction. But you're not talking to the action that caused the reaction. Candy West, hi. She says, girl, you should never speak against the black family. You will never see why Pippo put their people down. You need to get on code, sugar. Oh, no. I'm definitely going to speak against the black family in any family, Candy. I will speak against wrong. I'm not a pro-black person. I love everybody. That's why I speak against the wrong. And if I'm wrong, I need to be right. I don't just say because you black, I'm gonna condone the mess. I don't do that. I think that's the ignorance, in my opinion. I think, like you said, Roberta, you have to teach people. You know, I speak against it because people need to change. People need to change. I sit and I watch. You know, I watch. I can make these mistakes too, but I'm careful. You know, I make mistakes, but I'm careful. I can talk about you need to get off welfare after 10 years because I ain't on welfare. Let's say food stamps. I was on food stamps at one point. When I lost my job, time in my life, I kept getting fired. I kept getting fired from my jobs. I had to get unemployment. I had to live. I had to pay rent, you know. I had to get unemployment and I got some food stamps. But I wasn't going to stay on food stamps. I don't want to depend on that. I feel like you got to tell people. Well, I'm speaking for myself, Candy. And I'm always going to speak for myself, Candy. And I'm not being smart to you. I'm just because I disagree with you don't mean that I'm being smart. I'm not being smart to you. People need to learn. Do you hear the white man, the man that hates black people, say they killed himself? Maybe you didn't hear. I don't know if you was here. But the Dominican man said they killed himself. Who's going to tell him to stop? Who's going to tell them this is ugly? This is not what you should be doing. If you want to kill somebody, I don't condone murder. But look, go protect the woman that's scared in Alabama, that's scared that the guy that was mad about the Confederate, whatever it's called, the Confederate, whatever, the flag was going to be ripped up. Go down there and guard her. If you want to protect and kill and you got all this anxiety, instead of killing your own for stupid reasons, go do some real work. That's all I'm saying. Go join the military. I've always been like this, and I'm not going to change. God calls us to help people. I think it's time. You know, I think it's time. I'm never going to sit back and say, just because you black, that's cool. Or just because you're black, I'm only going to talk about white people. I'm not like that. I have a good friend that I adore that's white. And I adore him because he has a heart. And because he's very different than me. Very, very different. He's not a guy that's white that act black. He's a guy that's white. Okay? Czechoslovakia or whatever it's called. Very white. And I'm not ever going to do that. I think that, like Candace, like I said, people choose sometimes, and this is facts. People choose to be ignorant. They choose to lay around, and it's time to change. That's how it is over here. That's what I preach. I do too, Stephanie. I do too. I wish I could get some. See, but maybe I'm different. You know, I like to have money. I like to work for money. I like whatever I get. I like to earn it. I like to earn income. I do volunteer sometimes, but I'd rather make some money, you know. But yeah. So I'm just reading the comments here. Yes, Lisha said we know better because we were taught better. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. And as we are taught, I think that we should teach. And that's what I'm in this life. I study a lot of things, and one thing I like is astrology. And I was taught not to get into divination. And one thing I know about myself is I can speak for myself, Candy. I learn. I don't like being ignorant. So with the mindset I have, I want people around me, if it's because I keep very little people around me, but to learn. And I like being around people I learn from. I like to grow. I don't like to be ignorant. I like to learn. I like my mind to explore. And Trump can't look at me and call me incompetent, because there's nothing incompetent about me, you know. And the people that I care about, if I see you going around cussing out cops, cussing out cops, and then you wonder why the cop beating your ass around the corner, I'm going to tell you, stop cussing out the cop. Talk to him with intelligence. You know, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to let you fall and then be ready to fight the cop just because you black. I don't do that, okay? I don't do that, you know? If you could see my face, I'm out here discussing. Oh, Candy, I can't please you, baby. I always give people the utmost respect, and I don't understand that. Why are you disgusted? Let me know. You said your ancestors were stolen by. Oh, your ancestors were stolen by white people, and you should really look into your real history. But see, you're saying this to me, somebody that I'm telling you, I understand that. I just told. I don't know if you just got here. I don't know. But I understand what my ancestors went through. You don't understand what my day is like. I get spiritually fed all day listening to, I actually was listening today to, what's his name? Farrakhan, Dr. Martin Luther King. The other day I listened to Fannie. Now forgive me if I don't remember their name like that, because Fannie Mae Hamer, who was in Congress, but she got beat up just because she wanted to be a first-class citizen. Where's my tissue, yo? My mouth is dry. So I listen to a lot of things. I do. I always educate myself. I'm not the type to not do that. But like I said, I think that I know that. Ignorance is bliss. Like, well, I'm not going to do that. I would tell anybody, I would tell my brother where if I know, then I'm going to tell my brother. I'm not going to let my brother be ignorant. What, you know? Thank you, Lisha. I don't mean no harm, Candy. You know you my girl, Candy, but I don't know where I went wrong. Maybe to you. Renee says the Bible tells us that we have lack of knowledge. All you doing is teaching, and I think that's a good thing. Thank you, Renee. And I don't never want to come across like I know it all. I guarantee you can teach me things that I don't know. I guarantee you that. But you're right, Renee. We need knowledge, and if I know it, then why not share it? Like if I know something, I've lived 38 years now. I know something, you know. I know something, and I just say to move on from that conversation. Unless you want to talk about it more, I'm just gonna keep on going and see what else is out there, because the point is to transition. The point is. This is, if y'all really knew, I really admire white people. I admire white people, but I admire black people. But I'm just letting you know, I think God made everybody special. He created all of us in his image. And that's the part where people get mad at. And they can't, I don't know, maybe, but God created us all in his image. And, I don't like people that's hateful. I don't have a liking for them. I don't like people that's hateful. So you do. Am I saying I admire racists? No, I don't. I'm saying that I admire what people have to bring. So I don't come out, and I don't come out straight just because this and just because I like Indian people. I like all types of people. I appreciate what they bring to the world. And if we all can just appreciate what each other bring to the world, I think that'll make the world a better place. I think if I can teach, if they can show me their strengths, their talents, and I can give my strengths, my talents. Oh my God, that how precious, how great. Of course, we probably won't go there. Probably won't never happen. So there was a guy in the protest acting a fool with blackface. He thought it was funny, and he thought it was cute. And I know that this is something that was done back in the day. He thought that, see, what I'm noticing too is that what you could get away with before, you can't get away right now. That's why this movement is important.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why did you do this?
You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
not trying to be.
You gotta go. Oh, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Give him room.
You want us to start shit. Go fight.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why did you?
Yeah, so you can't get away with the same things that people used to get away with. He, at the end of the day, because he was confronted, he looked stupid. You know that feeling? I don't know if y'all know that feeling when you feel like everybody's watching. When he first got out there, he thought it was cute and funny. But when the cop came to him and said, "What are you doing?" and made him leave, I think that's what the cop was doing. The cop that looked like him, a white guy like him. Any other time, he thought he had privilege, but not today. Senator Tim Scott is upset. Who is Senator Tim Scott? He is the senator of, I think, Utah. Oh, no, this is the article here. It says, which article is this, actually? Senator Tim Scott, others. That's messed up. Senator Tim Scott, others reintroduced bill to track officer-involved shootings at the national level. There was a bill passed, and Ivanka, what's her name? Ivanka Trump congratulated during the time between the time that George Floyd was murdered up until today, some day in between that, when it was some day last week, she put on her Twitter. She was excited that it's called a bill, and I can't, what's the name? A bill was passed in the memory of, what's his name? There was a bill passed about cops having accountability for shooting. And this here, just read. I'm going to just read a little bit. It says, Senator Tim Scott reintroduced a bill this week to establish a federal database for officer-involved shootings. And as you can see, that is June 4th. The Walter Scott Notification Act is named after a North Charleston man who was killed during a routine traffic stop in 2015. In a statement, Senator Tim Scott said, "My heart is broken over the events of the last week. Oh gosh, this is horrible. From the needless murder of George Floyd to the tragic death of retired St. Louis Police Captain David Dorn. When it comes to race and justice in this nation, solutions are needed now. I want to thank Chairman Graisley and Senators Ernest and Lankford for joining me in reintroducing the Walter Scott Notification Act. The fact is, without proper data in regards to officer-related shootings, we cannot find lasting solutions in this area. I will continue working in the coming weeks to introduce new solutions around race, justice, and ensuring people of all color and economic classes have the opportunity to achieve the American dream. If passed, it would require states to submit all officers and victims' names, ages, sexes, and races who are involved in the shooting. I would also require states disclose whether the victim was armed, what happened during the incident, and whether or not it was found to be justified. The information Horry County Solicitor Jimmy Richardson says would be easy to provide. That information has never been tracked at the federal level, he explains. For our area in our state, it would be very easy to turn over this information if there was a Walter Scott law now. It would be easy to say, here's what we've got. Okay, so that basically, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot to read. Let me skip right here because I don't want to miss something important. Right now in South Carolina, Richardson says outside agencies have to investigate officer-involved shootings. For example, Richland County authorities investigated the Florence police ambush in 2018. You don't want the same agency that has been accused of use of force investigating their own, Richardson said. If the bill is passed and states don't comply, they could face a 10% reduction in federal grants. I mean, it's a start. What I like is that they're passing bills. I know on the day of George Floyd's funeral, was that yesterday? 2 days ago now, that Senator Cory Booker and there was another senator, they were trying to pass a bill to make anti-lynching a federal crime. Unfortunately, there was a Republican there. It was a white guy, unfortunately, that was there that blocked it. They still had that law, but I don't think it's federal. I gotta read more on it. But the fact I'm trying to say is they're changing bills. They're changing laws. They working. So why the world is out protesting? Congress, senators, they are out there trying to pass laws, and now is a good time to do that. So I thought that's cool that's going on. And what was crazy, what happened with that situation with Walter Scott. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all what happened. It's better. Walter Scott, South Carolina, he was stopped by a police officer and he ended up getting shot. Okay, and somebody caught it on the video. He said that what happened was the man got out the car. The cop went back to his vehicle. Walter got out of his car. The cop said something to him. Walter got back in his car. Then, all of a sudden, Walter gets out the car and starts running. I completely forgot. Walter Scott, Notification Act. Okay. I wanted to see the one where the guy showed the video, because there was a bystander there that taped it with his phone. And those phones nowadays, they are really good to have. People are getting caught left and right. So here's just a little snippet of what I'm talking about with Walter Scott. And this guy, his death is the reason that they have a Walter Scott Notification Act. Ivanka bragged about it being passed. So she's not in a bad way. She's glad that it happened. So apparently the bill got passed. This is Walter Scott, and this incident is what produced a bill that they passed recently I think it was passed back then. I'm still kind of looking into it. I actually just ran across this today when I was looking at Ivanka Trump's Twitter, that they signed a bill. So when I wanted to know what the bill was, that's what it was about. This man got out his car. What you saw from the beginning was the actual bystander. He videotaped this. So from his point of reference where he started, this happened. The cop lied and said that Walter was trying to grab the cop's taser. The evidence did not show that. Walter supposedly was running because he didn't want to go to jail. He had to pay child support. Now, this is very unfortunate incident. Should have never happened, and you should have ran. You should have chased him. You wanted to be a cop. That's what y'all do. You run. You chase. You got to be in shape because you know you in the field, and that's what you do. So that is basically a quick, fast, educated piece of why, and what this bill is, and who is it about. It's so in case you hear it again, you'll know. It'll be in your mind. Okay, guys, I'm about to wrap it up. I found something that I find so adorable. Okay, Joe Biden. People said that Joe Biden. I've heard that Joe Biden was like supposed to be racist or something. Are y'all still here? I don't know if the live's still running because it be messing up sometimes. Okay. People said that, thank you, that they say that Joe Biden was racist. I don't know. I'm still looking into that. 2020 elections coming up. We got to vote. I wasn't going to vote. I was like, you know what? I don't want to vote. I feel like we never get a change. But after this happened, I'm voting. And I am gonna. I didn't do it yet, but I plan on. Thought it'd be nice that I get some names of the people running, whoever's running for state legislation, like the state's attorney and maybe some states. I don't know if I can do all them states, but I thought that would be a good idea because I don't never know who to vote for. I just used to vote for Democrat, but now I'm like, no. After all of this happened, it made me more conscientious. And I want to know who should I vote for in my state. I want prison reform. I got a brother that's in jail. He shouldn't be there. He's already paid his time over. He never murdered anybody, but he got time like he did. And I think that we need prison reform. It's not right that people, like somebody said today, people are in jail for weed for years. And a law done passed while they're in jail that now you can have a business selling it. They should not be there. So I think that I know that it's important to vote for people. For our state government, local government. And yeah, so Joe Biden, I like his energy in this video. Hold up. How are you talking? Okay, so I like his energy. Let's take a listen.
For violence.
Let me rewind it.
I'm not calling for violence. That's what you're doing.
I hate to. What disturbs me more than the policy that you call a policy is the rationale for the policy. The rationale for the policy. You set out 4 principles that you adhere to, and then and I will go over them in a moment. Then you say on page 14, we must not become part of South Africa's problem. We must remain part of their solution. We must not aim to impose ourselves, our solutions, our favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites. Our loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated. It is not to some stupid puppet government over there. It is not to the Afrikaner regime. We have no loyalty to them. We have no loyalty to South Africa, to South Africans. And the fact of the matter is I listen to this rationale first of all. It is the leaders of South Africa and their people, black and white, who have the majority responsibility. They must rise to it. Well, they are rising to it. They're rising to it. The only thing left available to them with that repulsive, repugnant regime of Afrikaners there. And it's the only way they have. They've tried everything for the last 20 years. They begged, they borrowed, they crawled. And now they're taking up arms. The second thing, progress toward peace requires a timetable. timetable, elimination of apartheid. What's our timetable? What are we saying to that repugnant regime? These people are being crushed. And we're sitting here with the same kind of rhetoric. The same thing we heard.
Senator, let me say that I hate to hear a senator of the United States calling for violence.
I'm not calling for violence.
That's what you're doing.
I hate to hear
exactly what you're doing.
I hate to hear an administration and a Secretary of State refusing to act on a morally abhorrent point. I hate to hear this country. I'm ashamed that this country puts out a policy like this that says nothing. Nothing. It says continue the same. We put no timetable on. We make no specific demand. We don't set it down. I'm ashamed that's our policy. That's what I'm ashamed of. I'm ashamed of the lack of moral backbone to this policy. What disturbs me more than the policy that you call a policy is the rationale for the policy.
So that was Joe Biden. That was Joe Biden. Hi, Miss Lackey. So that was Joe Biden. I thought that was I didn't really catch all what he was saying, but he was definitely fighting for Somalia, somebody from Africa. And yeah, 1986, I like his energy. The fact that he fighting for Africa, that was a lot for me. And I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. I'm definitely trying to get Trump out of the office. Who else do we have? I'm definitely not going to vote for Trump. So it's either going to be, and if I feel like if I don't vote, Trump might win. So I definitely am going to go for Joe Biden. I feel very confident in him, especially after I saw that. So I wanted to just to get the video out the way. I looked at another old video of Farrakhan. He said some really good things. You know, the point is, like, if we can't get the equality, if we can't, you don't love us, you know, everybody wants love. But at this point, we don't want your fake love. We don't want you to get up on there and act like, and get up on your podium and have your briefing, Trump, and act like you care about George Floyd. I don't care about you saying how much you help the black people in the economy. I hate to say it, but a lot of our people have records. So which makes them can't get jobs. So we need jobs. We need people to be able to get out of jail, reform, and there's not only black people in jail, of course, but when they get out, how are they going to take a piece of the pie that you're so happy about? He's happy. He's talking about the economy, how this man is ignorant. When you think about, I just thought about it. The statistics we looked at from Fox News talking about basically profiting over the death of Dr. Martin Luther King compared to Rodney King's the brutality he had compared to George Floyd, how the stock market, he said, rose. But then you listen to that and then you hear Trump like a day or two before the Fox News thing say George Floyd would be happy with what we're doing. George Floyd, no, George Floyd wouldn't. I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is, was he talking to the statistics of his death? Are you saying that your death was not in vain? The stock market is rising? I mean, the man has no heart, okay? He has no heart. A lot of these rich people, I like wealth. I appreciate and respect the word wealth over rich, because it seems like rich, the richer, the colder. And I just don't understand that. So I was listening to Farrakhan. He had some very good points. If you can't give us equality, if you can't give us justice, if you're not going to respect us, if we're going to keep being back here protesting, having a riot, loot, and this and that. You calling them thugs, talking about the looters and this and that. It was white looters. It was definitely white looters. As a matter of fact, I always see more of them at first. Then they start showing you more black people. Then you start seeing them. I saw them as well. I told you my cousin was in the daggone thing because he's a looter. He's in the damn paper. So, yes, they out there looting. Now I'm going off track. But let me say this. Why would they be looting? Could it be that while they're angry for what happened and nothing being done at the time when they started protesting, Before it got to where it is now, where you have London. Damn, it was so many people over there in London. So many people. Canada. This is like, my mom's like, this is even more, honestly, this is definitely different than the old days. These protests, you're going to see change with what's going on. And so, if you think about, they thinking in this moment of anger, in the heat of the moment. Wait a minute, y'all burned Tulsa, Oklahoma down? This is real. People say you should get over it. You should move on. It's easy for you to say that. It's easy for you. The people are oppressed. I think this is the time when the oppression is ceasing, because now we're going to see a change. I just showed you the Walter Scott Notification Act. That's a change. They working on other bills. It was just another one, the anti-lynching. They still working on it. Things are happening right in front of us that's going to change. But Farrakhan said, if you can't give us the things we asked for, why don't you give us the side of this country? Give us a nation in America. I like that idea. He said, some people will leave and go to Africa. If the people that's down to their bottom, that have nothing else to lose, and they want to leave, they'll go. And I like that idea too. What if we just left and went to Africa? Africa said, we love you. I watched this video of African channel. They said, we love you. We sorry for what we did. We sold some of them over, but we did not realize what they had to go through when we sold them. We didn't see the suffering, and they apologized and said they want us back over to Africa, or they want us over to Africa. I don't know, a lot of people ain't gonna do that, but I like the idea, And they also, so Farrakhan also said, but for the ones that's here, you don't like us, you don't want us here, you won't want to do us right. Give us a nation in America. We can build our own economy. I want y'all to check this video out before I roll out of here. I think it's a good one. So Candy, I've been doing my little research. Candy. Oh no, I hope it comes out bigger than this. Hold on. Okay.
Minister Louis Farrakhan. Who is he and why is he saying all those things? Ask him on our next Donahue.
And I'm not playing the whole 48 minutes. That's long.
We haven't had this many, I'm not sure what the mission of this chap is standing back here, but I don't want him angry at me. I think they get the job because they look mean. Well, guess who's here? This is a man who will tell you that he is perhaps not the most popular personality in America. We'll ask him that question and others and give you an opportunity to do the same. We are in New York City with the Minister Louis Farrakhan, and we'll be back in just a moment. Integrated America, where we really do get rid of these fears, do you think we have a chance at that? Have you given up on that?
If there's justice in America for blacks, then blacks will be contented with America. If there's injustice, continued injustice and oppression, blacks will continue this disaffection with the United States.
But my reading of your position is, I have the feeling that you've really given this up as a possibility, and that you're looking for a black nation with black ownership of business and black control of the financial destiny of the membership.
Not at all. Separation is an ultimate solution. It is an extreme solution. However, if we can get freedom, justice, and equality within the social, political, and economic order of the United States, that would be better.
So you continue to hold out the, can a white person be a member of the Nation of Islam? Your nation.
There are white Muslims, yes.
There are. Well, you're smiling. It hasn't always been that way. Okay, all right. If that's the case, then why are you going out of your way to... You invited Gaddafi to speak to your assembly in Chicago on closed-circuit television?
Yes.
And he encouraged the 400,000 black Americans who serve in the armed forces of the United States to revolt and fight the oppressor, and he'd help them, finance them with munitions?
The logic...
is this the way we get to our promised land of integrated equality for all?
Of course, the majority of blacks reject that suggestion.
And does Minister Farrakhan reject it?
Of course I do. However, the logic of Mr. Gaddafi appears to be the logic of the Reagan administration, for $14 million are being asked for the Nicaraguans or to overthrow the government.
If we can support Contras for the purpose of overthrowing Nicaragua, why should we be so indignant that Gaddafi would tell American blacks to support the overthrow of the American racist system? Is that your position? Okay, let's go over this once again. Here's what you said. Here's what you said. This is not so funny. Here was your statement regarding, this is perceived by most people who saw this and heard about it and read about it as a Jewish slur. Here's what you said. May we see that, David?
Nation called Israel never have had any peace in 40 years, and she will never have any peace.
The point I wanted to show that I liked is, look at my thing. Hold up. I know the stream is starting to mess up too. But the point I wanted to show is, I liked his viewpoint. Is yeah, if we don't vote, he wins. This stream might be acting up, guys. I'm about to go anyway. And I saw a comment. Candy said, Sugar, you need to invest in reading and learn the truth about these people. Read White Rage. It will explain to you what these people really did. You get some books, baby. So honey, I graduated high school. I went to college. No, I did not stay, but I chose to leave. And I got my cosmetology license. I went and got my medical assistance license. I didn't go for the job. I actually went to learn the body, the human brain, and the systems. I went to go to get the psychology. That's why I went to college. But I decided that's not what I wanted to do. I did a lot of reading in my life, and I don't want to have to say all that, but I did a lot of reading in my life. I don't hate anybody. I like I said, as a matter of fact, my father's side, he has UK in his blood. You would be shocked. But so there's no hate. I don't think you'll get anywhere with hate. You won't get anywhere with hate in your heart, Candy. You need to you need to stay focused on the people that have the racist issues. You need to stay focused on those people. Everybody white is not a devil. Everybody white, actually, Rockin' Roberta, she gave me $5. You didn't give me nothing. You know what? She gave me that, and I hope you can hear me because my stream looks like it's acting up. You didn't give me anything. You know? And I'm not saying, I ain't asked you for it, but I didn't ask her for it. She's giving me money. She's came to my videos when I didn't have but 2 people. She also made a whole video about me telling me happy birthday. I don't find fault with everybody. And I don't need to read to learn how to care and love people. I just look at what they do in their heart. Like, I mean, I'm not, like I said, it's not a dig to anybody else but you coming across smart in your mouth. And I don't see why you hear if you don't like what you hearing. And if you because I was patient. Like I said, I am not pro-black where I hate all other races. And I want to find fault. That don't mean I need to read. That does not mean that I need to read. I do read. I read. I educate myself. I'm not perfect, but I'd like to be. But I'm not. But I don't appreciate I don't understand where you coming from. You have an attitude with me because I said what I said. Like I said, it's a lot of things in our community. And if I see it, I will call it out. But I call it out in love. Candace Owens, she don't love you. She don't love black people. But I say it out of love. How you gonna grow? How are we gonna see some type of different change in the world? How are we gonna see some type of anything different? You know? You came over from when I was talking about R. Kelly. And I remember when I was talking about it, there's a lot of people that started being evil to Jennifer and Lindsay because they're white. They started being very, very, calling her racial names. I don't know if you was one of them. You may not have been. But that, just as an example, people started attacking them. They worked with R. Kelly at some point. People started, hey, Alfonso, what's up? People started attacking them. And I'm like, why are they attacking them? They sit and they listen to all the information. They eat it up, all the information. What R. Kelly did, how he worked with them. They sit to go to every live video, sit there and watch. But they got a problem with her because they're white. I don't understand that. I don't understand a world that I should hate somebody because of what? Because of what back in the slavery day, they were having slaves. Everybody didn't do that. And like I said, I believe in God. And God, he made us all in his image. And I see a lot of things going on. I do hear a lot of black people saying credit. And it does get on my nerves, okay? It does. It gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves because it's not credit. It's credit. You know? I hear, do I gotta go over it again? Like I hear that's just one thing. That's my nerves. That's my feelings. And that's how, and I don't like it. Just say it right. And like I said, you're not gonna change this messed up generation. You got the people you talking about, the white people you talking about that are telling you it's embarrassing. They kill each other. It's embarrassing. Because it's true. It is true. And they do need to stop. My lips are so dry. They need to stop. Yeah, I know. But I'm about to go. But I just had to, she says I need to invest in reading. She's a smart ass. She wants to be smart ass on my channel. I've been nice to her ever since she been on my channel. I've been respectable to her ever since she been on my channel. But you don't get to say things to me and I don't get to say it back. On that note, I am going to go, y'all, because the point of this video, education. Y'all might have already heard a lot of the things I talked about, but in case you haven't, I brought it to you. Okay? And no, I'm cool. Like I said, if you don't like this, I don't beg. I'm not one of them. I don't beg people to subscribe. I don't care. If I have a faithful one person here, that's okay. You know, I'm not begging somebody. People gonna fall off in your life that don't really care for you anyway. That's here to, they wanna tell you what to do. They got a controlling spirit and they want to control what you do. They speak to you with like telling you what to do, telling you like how Candy's speaking to me. I need to read. Girl, as I said, people need to get it together. We all do. I have issues. I'm not saying I'm better. But damn sure people need to get it together. It shouldn't be no Trump get to call black people incompetent. It shouldn't be Trump and Candace get to tell black people how bad they are. You know, well, God rest George. He's gone. He can't defend himself. But his brothers have, I bet you that. You know, but it shouldn't be that. It's time to straighten up. Straighten up, you know? It's time to tighten up. That's all. Get a job. You've been staying with your mom and you can work. She been taking care of you. Get up and get a job. I don't want people to be able to say those things about me and about our people. I don't want people to be able to say they got low IQ. You know? I don't want, but if they do, they do. I would hope that people would try to better themselves. I would hope that people believe in themselves. I hope that people would protect themselves and not be crippled with fear. And if it's anybody in my life, in my neighborhood, that I might see that is going down the wrong path, especially I was just talking to my brother's, one of his young friends. He was talking about going to do some bad things out here in the street. And I talked him out of that. I said, no, you got a job. Why would you do that? You're going to be angry. You're going to go do something wrong, get locked up and lose your job, mess up your record and destroy yourself. I was able to talk him out of it. And that's what I continue to do. Because I believe in helping people. I believe if you got the power, Candy, if you know so much, then it's a better way to share knowledge. You don't beat people down and tell them, you don't